we move on to the We Are movement. Absolutely incredible. Just for people who don't know much about the We Are campaign, what does it involve? What was the main objective of it? And again, what inspired you to start that?
So We Are is a digital campaign to encourage women into the game, both on and off the pitch. We have campaigns everywhere which are all about getting females involved in playing, but we've got nothing that showcases the amazing roles football has to offer off the pitch. Especially in women's football in general, I believe, and a lot of people believe, that we should have more females leading the path for female football. Of course, it's a male-oriented game. It originated from men playing, and I don't want to disregard the men and say, well, no men should be involved in female football, because that's not true at all.
Yeah.
We learn off each other. I mean, my head coach with me for the female division at DeeJam is male, and I've learned a lot from him. So I don't want anyone to think that this is a campaign where I'm going like dissing all men and saying they shouldn't be involved. It's the fact that we need to try and encourage more females to get involved. So We Are focuses on a different job role each month, and I have people who participate in questionnaires and stuff, and they get on. I write a blog post about them, what they do, how they got involved, what their feelings are towards it, to try and make other people who may have played football or have daughters who play football and want to get involved, maybe they'll read it and go, actually, do you know what? I'm a physiotherapist. I've got my own clinic, so why don't I do that for a women's team on a Sunday? It's just things like that to try and encourage people to that side of football.
And has that campaign gone down quite well? Has it been a response that you weren't expecting, or?
Yeah, I think the biggest shock to me was when I actually got a message from South Africa women's manager, Lauren Duncan, who said, I want to be involved in the We Are, like, and I said, can I do a piece on We Are managers? Because obviously she manages the South African women's team, and she was like, yeah, and I think that to reach South Africa for one is insane. And for someone from the professional level who wants to back that campaign, and ever since she's been retweeting like articles and stuff, it's gone a lot better than I thought it would. And that's no disrespect to myself. It's more the fact that people are actually jumping on this. I've now got the backing also from the Suffolk FA Female Leadership Academy, which is basically made up of different individuals within the female game in Suffolk. We all meet every month just to discuss what's been going on, what's been going really well, what's not been going really well within the women's game in Suffolk, how we can improve things. But now I've got them on board on We Are as well. They're giving it an extra push, and they're also giving me more information, because there's subjects like I'm covering inclusive in November. That's not an area that I have a lot of expertise on, but there's 2 inclusive officers involved in the Female Leadership Academy, and them 2 will be leading the way for that month. So it's even better that I've got support from them, because now it's not just me in my mind going, whoa, what am I doing?
Yeah.
We've now got people involved who also specialise in those different areas. So we're all working together to push it. And I mean, the We Are campaign has seen more hits in the last, since it began in January, so that's 4 months, than my whole blog did in a year last year.
Wow.
So it's already like seen new heights, and I'm really thankful for the support that I've been having with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the We Are thing, I think what's really great is that you're trying to get people in and to talk about how they're getting involved in football in general. Certainly at non-league level, it's seen very much as a bit of an old man's game. It's the general impression. Yeah. And I at more clubs that I'm going to now, I'm seeing how women are involved and across multiple age groups. Even like you mentioned the physios, and I'm seeing more female physios and that being involved than I think I used to as well. Like there's different things that I'm seeing where it'd be good to hear from and see more of that, and see how easy and how accessible it is, but then also to see that transition into the women's game. One of the things I was quite disappointed with, and again in comment on this as feel appropriate. But I came to the semi-final game that you played, and all of the officials were men, and I kind of thought like there's more and more female referees coming through, and I thought that was the perfect game to showcase like female officiating in. Like, and some of the female officials in our area are absolutely incredible. But instead, what we saw was someone who was essentially a centre circle referee. And like, and I'm not dissing the quality, but in terms of the way that he reffed the game, I just think that we could have showcased how much more there was to the game, because there is so much more being offered now, as we're not being gender specific within the community of football.
The three officials we had at our semi-final were fantastic. I thought they had a great game, but yes, I do agree perhaps they should have been females, considering it was a female semi-final. It was quite big, especially as the semi-final against Brett Vale and East Bergholt got cancelled, so there wasn't even female officials obviously taken away because they were being at their game.
And it was on a Sunday, it was a prime time to get people in.
Yeah, it's one of those things where yes, they may have tried to get female officials to come to that game, and they may have already been assigned games elsewhere. I'm not sure the logistics behind that, but yeah, I agree that probably would have been like the prime time to have some female officials. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I suppose really to kind of finish on the campaigns that you are doing and the things that you are talking about with the blogs, the website, and all the promotions that you are doing online. What kind of levels do you want to see that getting to? Obviously, I know you were involved at a Suffolk level, but do you really the main FA's got to be the ultimate goal, hasn't it? To get to, I would say, wouldn't it?
I think I think anyone would know that my probably dream job would be developing the game within the FA for women, and also being part of like the marketing and the campaign strategy as well. I feel like there is so much for the FA. They aim so much for the professional game and for female players, but they don't focus on anything to do with grassroots involvement. Like they throw in occasionally the like obviously we've got the Grassroots Hero Awards right now, but there's no, for me, there's no real focus on trying to encourage more females into the game at grassroots. So I'd love to take that to the FA, and I'd love for them to take on Weare and also push it as well.
It sounds like you're doing the right things though to get noticed. Like I know that's obviously not the position yet, but like in terms of getting the job, but it sounds like everything that you're doing is getting you towards that goal.
Yeah, I've had a lot of county FAs who have been very supportive of the campaign. They've been retweeting and like sharing it and everything, which is brilliant, and that's a really good start for an FA county to be able to do that. I've also had some good connections through it. Something like I'm fangirling at the moment is Jill Scott connected with me on LinkedIn. Obviously, the designer, so I'm like, woo! Yeah. So I'll slowly try and aim for her to push it as well. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not going to say what, and I'm not going to jinx anything, but hopefully there's going to be some really exciting news in the upcoming weeks with my campaign as well. So.
I suppose really from any females that are listening to this and you want to get involved, opportunities are there. You've just got to start looking for it. You've got to openly find it, but anyone will take you on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's exactly why I started the careers page on my website, because you've got websites like Women in Football who offer career opportunities or volunteering opportunities for the Super League teams, so like your Chelsea and your Arsenal and that. But there's no platform to offer career opportunities or volunteering opportunities at grassroots level. So that's why I wanted to give local grassroots teams a hub to be able to say we're looking for a female coach, or we're looking for a manager or anything. So that's why it's on my website, and hopefully more people will start looking at that and going, oh, actually, so and so this club are looking for this, and I've got my level 1, so I'm going to email them and see if they want me as a coach. And it's all things like that. It's word of mouth, and I've got 3 vacancies on there at the moment, so fingers crossed that they'll find someone.